We begin with Chuck Hagel. He is now going to be the nation's defense secretary. The Senate has just voted to approve his nomination. He has been confirmed. Dana Bash is up on Capitol Hill. Barbara Starr is over at the Pentagon. Dana, what was the final roll call?
We actually don't have it yet, Wolf. They are still finalizing it. If you take a look at the Senate floor, you can still see them milling about. But we do know, because our Lisa Desjardins is in the chamber, that she has counted 51 votes, the simple majority needed for Chuck Hagel to be confirmed as the next defense secretary. We also know, just listening to the votes as they've come up, that he's gotten at least 4 yes votes from his former Republican colleagues. That's not a lot, but maybe more than some may have anticipated, given the deep partisan divide over his nomination. So far, this may surprise people as well. Rand Paul, one of the most conservative senators, he voted yes. Thad Cochran, who said so before that he would, Richard Shelby of Alabama, and Mike Johanns as well. We're still listening to see if others will, because I said this vote is still open. But what this does is put this very bruising battle for Chuck Hagel behind him. But obviously, as Barbara will tell you, starts out a whole new chapter of a very, very tough go of it at the Pentagon for his job there, but also with regard to the way he's going to have to relate to members of Congress, especially with these forced spending cuts coming on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to get more on that in a moment. Dana, don't go too far away. Barbara, any word yet on where he will be sworn in, when he will be sworn in, when he technically, officially begins his job as defense secretary?
Wolf, we are told the plan is Chuck Hagel will come here to the Pentagon first thing tomorrow morning. We'll walk up the steps to the Secretary of Defense's office on the 3rd floor and will be sworn in at that time. It is always around here a private ceremony by tradition. We may get a photograph of it. But I think it's worth pausing for 1 minute. And this will be a moment of history to reflect upon. When Chuck Hagel, setting partisan politics aside, walks up the steps of the Pentagon tomorrow morning, this is a man who is a very honored combat veteran of Vietnam. This man will walk in as Secretary of Defense still with shrapnel from firefights in Vietnam in his chest. This is no small matter. This is a man who is widely respected for his service to the country, as is, of course, Senator John McCain. John Kerry, now the Secretary of State. This is the Vietnam generation. And for so many of those veterans, this will be a moment for them to pause and reflect. For Chuck Hagel, he always recalls his Vietnam service, but he always says he's living in the present. He's going to move ahead.